So I am going to just do a little video today and chat to you guys about my skin and why I cut dairy out of my diet. So I'll start with a little backstory. So growing up, I never had acne. My skin was fairly good. I used to get like pimples, but it was never like acne, luckily. So I kind of, was really, really lucky. And then when I hit about 20 years old, I think 19, 20, I all of a sudden started getting acne like all over my chin. It was really intense. It just came out of nowhere. And I didn't know why it was happening. Nothing had changed. I didn't know what to do about it. I always took good care of my skin. I did use like cheap products, but I took care of my skin. I cleansed, I toned, I moisturized, I exfoliated. I did all of the things that I knew I needed to do, but I was still getting this acne. I tried switching makeups, I tried everything. And then I kind of just, accepted it. I just kind of thought, it's hormones and one day it will go. So I kind of just dealt with that. It would come on and off. I would have it really bad. This is just, around here for a few months. And then I would probably get a few weeks where it would go and I'd be like, oh my God, my skin's good. And then it would come back again. And like I said, nothing changed. Like everything in my life was kind of the same. I had a lot of stress, so I kind of thought maybe it's to do with that. So it wasn't until a few years ago, I was like, I need to, not even like last year, I was like, I'm going to look into this. I'm going to figure out why this acne is happening and I'm going to get rid of it because I have 2 kids to look after. I don't have time to be putting makeup on every single day. Like I couldn't even go down to the supermarket without having to cover up my skin. I didn't even want my partner to look at my skin. I was just so embarrassed. I would literally like cry every night to my partner and just be like, why is this happening to me? And if you haven't had acne, you probably think that's ridiculous, but if you've had acne, you know how much it affects your confidence and your life. Like I would have some days where my skin would be so bad that I just wouldn't even want to go out and see friends. I just felt way too embarrassed. I knew people were going to be looking at it. I felt the need to bring it up all the time. Like I would be out and I'd be like, my skin's really bad at the moment, just so I could put it out there like, yeah, my skin's bad, I know it's bad. It was really horrible. And my partner was getting really sick of it as well, to be quite honest. So I did a lot of research and dairy kept coming up and I was thinking, no, it's not dairy, because I'm a big dairy consumer. Like I love coffee, it's like my thing. I was drinking like 3 cappuccinos a day, big cappuccinos. That's a lot of milk. Cheese, I was eating cheese definitely every day. Loved yogurt and chocolate. I'm addicted to chocolate, still am. So when I really looked at my diet, everything I was eating, pretty much every single meal or snack had dairy in it. So I thought, okay, maybe this dairy thing is the cause, and I really, really need to cut it out to, figure it out. At this point, I was desperate. I'm like, I'm gonna try anything. So it probably was a few months of me saying I was gonna cut it out until I actually did, because it was a big change for me. Like I said, like coffee, like I am obsessed with my coffee. So the thought of not having a coffee is just like horrible. Like I've got 2 kids to look after and it kind of is my comfort. It's the way I get, it's how I get through my day. So I tried taking the milk out of the coffee and then putting almond milk and soy milk and all that, and it didn't work. And what I finally came to the conclusion was I'm going to have a mocha and I'm going to have with soy milk so that I can't taste the milk. And it actually is really good, and that's still what I do to this day. I have my soy mocha every day. That's how I get my coffee in. And then the rest of it was quite easy. So I cut out dairy for probably about 3 weeks completely, not one single bit of dairy. And I'm not even kidding, after a few days my skin was clearing up, and within a few weeks, not even, probably like a week and a half, my skin was completely clear. Like I had acne all over here, the big pimples, they hurt, they would usually, you'd get the big acne pimple and it wouldn't go away for like days, and not even days, like weeks. But once I stopped eating dairy or drinking dairy, they literally just disappeared. Like it's like every day I could see more of them going and going. So it was pretty obvious that that was the cause. And half of me was like really happy and excited, and the other half of me was devastated because I, you know, love dairy so much. But yeah, that's really how I found out. So that's probably been about 6 months now since I cut dairy out. Probably after about the month mark, I started getting cravings for chocolate again. So I, you know, had little bits of dairy here and there, you know, a little chocolate maybe once every few days, you know, maybe on an occasion I'd have like an ice cream or, you know, cheese. I do eat cheese nearly every day now, and it's good. I do notice though, like if I have a big binge, I will get a pimple, and as long as I stop with, you know, no dairy again for a few days, it completely goes and it's all fine. So it's like my body's way of telling me not to, don't go there. So yeah, so now I pretty much don't have any dairy, and my skin's been amazing. I was left with a lot of scarring, which has starting to go. It's pretty much gone. It's only a little bit kind of discolored there now, because I've been using our Lumi Spa and I've been using our chemical peel. I think the chemical peel is definitely you know, that is incredible for getting rid of acne scars. So I'm so glad about that. And yeah, just, one thing I wanted to add, if you are going to cut out dairy and you love chocolate, if you get the Lindt dark chocolate, it actually doesn't have dairy in it, so you can still have that. It says it may contain traces of dairy, so if you're like, you know, allergic to dairy, I wouldn't have it, but if you're just cutting out dairy, then you can still have Lindt dark chocolate. Like I said, the soy milk, I can't drink just the soy cappuccino, but if I put some cocoa powder in and I have to put a little bit of sugar in there, then it tastes really good. And also, since I've cut out dairy, I just feel better anyway. I just like have more energy. I feel way less bloated. Like if I have an ice cream, I feel so incredibly bloated, and it's, you know, obviously from that dairy. So yeah, I thought I would share that because I know a lot of people are probably suffering from the same thing, and it took me, 6 years to figure it out. 6 years, you know, is a long time to be struggling with acne for something that I could have easily just, you know, cut dairy out years ago if only I had known. So if you're getting acne, you don't know what it's from, yes, we have products that can help get rid of it, but it's going to keep coming back. You need to figure out what the cause is. Dairy is just the biggest cause for acne. And you know, if it's not dairy, then you could look at gluten as well, but it could be anything. But definitely give dairy a go and cut that one out first. So yeah, if you have any questions, you know, feel free to ask me. I'm happy to help. And if you do have acne, or you have, you know, you've been able to heal your acne like me, and you're looking for products to help get rid of those scars, then let me know, because our chemical peel is absolutely incredible, and also, you know, we have a few other products that might be able to help you as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.